I'm Betty Barna, and I'm married to this hobby. My mother-in-law was 80 some years old, and she was doing beautiful eggs. And here I am, I'm 80, going to be 90, my birthday, and I'm doing eggs now. You start with a plain, white, smooth egg. And I always divide it in fours. Once around the other way, and here. And that gives me a little bit of guide there. And then I start off with this expensive piece of artwork. It's a sucker stick with a straight pin stuck down in it. And I'm using wax that has a little bit of black crayon so that it makes it more visible on the egg. And you have to heat the wax to melt it. And then when you dip it in, it gets enough wax on it to make what we call the teardrop. And it looks like a little teardrop. And these are called the teardrop eggs. And to start off, I have divided my egg in a fourth, and then I'd put one around the middle. And I'm not really drawing my design, I'm just dividing my egg. To start with, I'm going to go around here, and I dip in, and most people dip in and then they shake it off, and then they come over here and they don't have any wax. So you just dip it in. I do touch the egg, and then I stroke. Every one is a stroke. In, and it makes what we call a teardrop. And this is called the teardrop egg. And there is a little story that goes along with it. It says that Mary was so unhappy and distraught when they were putting her son on the cross and everything, and they were mean and brutal to him. And it said that she had eggs that she had dyed, and she offered them to the ones that were at the cross for them not to be so cruel to her son. And everywhere her teardrops fell on the egg, there was a bright splotch of color. And so we call this Mary's egg or the teardrop egg. Now I went around that circle there. I did draw it up with a pencil so it'll come off. And I'm going to do this, and it kind of crosses over. When I'm talking, I don't do very good strokes, but that's okay. And then I'm going to make a border out of the teardrops, Mary's teardrops, the teardrop egg. Every one of them is a dip in the wax that's hot, that's melted, and then a touch and pull, touch, pull, touch, pull, and just go all the way around the egg. And this will be my division line here. Every one is a stroke, touch, pull, touch, pull, touch, pull. My granddaughter, I showed her, and boy did she take off. She was learning. Most people can't touch and pull. So then we have the egg divided in half. And we can, everywhere this wax has taken, except on my fingernail, will be white. It will protect the color that's underneath it, and the egg is white at this time. Now, I am going to make a cross here, and then we'll straight down again. 1, 2. Again, straight down. 1 on one side, 1 on the other side. Push, pull, 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 simple. I have made a cross. Very simple. And these are the teardrops. And they say the people who did not have talent did the teardrops egg. But I think the people who did the teardrop eggs, they're the ones that had the talent, because they just have a straight pen, a little bit of wax, and a pull. A straight pen is helping me take the wax up, and then I have done a little cross. Usually, if you do it on this side of the egg, you come over and you do it on the other side of the egg too. Now, I'm going to dye this egg in yellow. That is the lightest color. You go from the lightest to the dark. The yellow, you can see if you put it in black, what would happen. You wouldn't be able to see the yellow, but if you put it in yellow first, then you can put the next dye over top of it and it'll show up. But if it's black, you're not going to get anything else except the black. And so I'm going to put this egg in the dye. Pretty bright yellow, isn't it? And you don't throw the egg in. You gently, it's raw. You just put it in, and then you would let it stay. Maybe this egg is taking very well, but the dye's run off too. So we will probably leave it in this dye for about 5 minutes.